It's James with NetNewsLedger. Joining us from Northern Ontario School of Medicine is the president, Dr. Verma. Welcome.
Thanks, James.
We have a real concern going on right now about the Northern Ontario School of Medicine and moves by the provincial government to have the facility as a standalone school. What do our readers and viewers need to know? What are the facts?
Oh, absolutely. So the Northern Ontario School of Medicine is already an independent, freestanding corporation. It's a not-for-profit corporation. It receives about 90% of its funding directly from government. It has its own board of directors, and as you noted, I'm the president and CEO as well as the dean. The affiliations are with two very remarkable institutions, Laurentian and Lakehead University, with whom we have a partnership to allow them to issue our degrees. Because when NOSM was founded, it wasn't able to issue its own degrees. It was just a corporation. In the last 17 years, NOSM has evolved to being essentially able to do its own curriculum. It gets accredited on its own. The MD program is very successful. We have strong partnerships across all of Northern Ontario, and we're doing really well. So the government, in the context of expansion of the medical school and, of course, the broad regional reach across all of Northern Ontario, has put in legislation which we think will be passed next week to make NOSM Canada's first freestanding medical school university. Its legacy, its history, we're not alone in the world. There are many top-ranked universities that are medical schools. And, of course, the trend in the United States is to go towards this direction.
So this isn't about closing the Northern Ontario School of Medicine here in Thunder Bay and moving.
Oh, not at all. Not at all. I don't know where that rumor originated, but that's simply completely, absolutely false. And I'm actually kind of sad that City Council didn't seek my advice because, they fell for the rumor. But it's simply not true. We have buildings on Lakehead and Laurentian campuses, which we lease. We have another 15 years on our leases, but notwithstanding that, we have staff. I have over 100 staff who are located in Thunder Bay. I have a condo in Thunder Bay where, if it wasn't for the pandemic, I would spend at least 40% of my time there. We have very fantastic relationships with Thunder Bay Regional Hospital, where a lot of our training happens. Oh, absolutely not. And we're committed to the city. And to the Northwest, by the way. We're very committed to Indigenous partnerships. We're doing so well, James. I sort of wonder why anybody would think we would tinker with any of that success. And I would say that, this is some kind of attempt to mislead people into creating fear, but it's simply not true. NOSM will build on those relationships. And, we've produced, I think, well over 70 doctors in Thunder Bay alone. And we've been a success to meeting the needs of the people there. I also love Thunder Bay, by the way. I think it's got a fantastic lifestyle, beautiful vistas, great restaurants, by the way, great art. So I love being there.
What it could mean then is you want to look at expanding facilities outside of the current ones.
Well, I think, no, if Lakehead will have us, and that's up to Lakehead, but, we actually have the need for consolidation of our space. We're in 3 different buildings, and I think we'd really like to continue on with that footprint, but we'd like to partner with the law school. As you know, I'm a lawyer and a doctor,
Yes.
and so, I think a combined degree is really exciting. We'd like to combine other degrees like, with mining and forestry. Like, there are strengths at Lakehead. There are great strengths in mining and in architecture in Laurentian. If you think about an MD and an architecture, thinking about how health programs are delivered with, distance and virtual medicine, there are great opportunities that are really innovative. So, no, we're also going to build our existing relationships across Northern Ontario, but our main campuses will always be in Thunder Bay and Sudbury, but mostly because of our commitment to the history and the legacies that we have there. I intend to work very closely with those two institutions, and I think we have a really exciting creative future ahead of us.
Doctor, I want to thank you so much for taking the time to clear this up.
James, thank you for letting me give you the NOSM side. I am really happy to provide that. And in the next few weeks, once and if the legislation passes, we will be actually issuing a more broader statement with the facts and actually engaging in a very big consultation process over the summer to find out what people think the new university will look like. We want to know how they will design it. So it will be exciting for all of us and fabulous for Northern Ontario because we're going to have an international impact.
Thank you so much for your time today.
Pleasure. Take care, James.
You too. To keep up to date, you have to subscribe. You have to hit that like button and hit the notification to stay in touch.